And I guess I say to you in passing, you can't have no testimony if you ain't ever been through nothing. Stacy helping me preach today. You can't have no testimony unless you've been tested.
Right.
And sometimes that's why God take you through things. Sometimes just to see what you gonna do. He know what you gonna do, but you don't know. You'll be walking around in church talking about, child, I would never do this, that, or the third. You don't know what you'll do till you get put in that situation. I said when I was a young preacher, those who come to Bible study know all about this. Make sure that mic is turned off. They say, Lord, as a young preacher, I said I would never mess with no members in the congregation. For my first 10, 12 years of pastoring, never had a member over the age of 55. You ain't gonna have no problem being tested when all of your members are 25 years older than you. But I dare you to get a church that's got 200 or 300 and got 75 below the age of 40. Y'all gonna help me? You can't say what you won't do until you've been put in that situation. Some of us who are broke today, you will say, no, I never paid $300 for some Maui Jim sunglasses, but get to the point to where you making 6 figures. Some of you will say, I'll never have no $100 a month direct TV, but get to the point to where you got that job now and you pastor every side church and can't watch your team. All I'm trying to say is don't say what you won't do until you get put in that situation. Can't have no testimony without a test. And that's why sometimes God tests us and allow us to go through things, because he's trying to give you a testimony. You would be surprised to know, young person, you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You live in a point, the day and time where can't nobody tell you nothing. But you'll be surprised to know somebody sitting right on your road done been through what you going through. Sometimes you can't relate to the preacher because you can't see yourself in no road. So every now and then you need a man with a suit on that'll tell you, boy, if you don't keep your clothes on, it'll cost you $400 a month. Every now and then you need an older woman. Look at you and say, honey, if you leave him room for his imagination, he gonna think a whole lot more about you than if you give him all you got. Y'all know I'm preaching better than y'all shout. How to make it in life, you're gonna need a testimony. And in our text today, because y'all know we got a lot to do, David opens up the 23rd Psalm with a testimony, and he opens it up by saying, the Lord is my shepherd. He said, I shall not want. He make me to lie down in green pastures. He lead me beside the still waters. What David was saying to us simply is that he had a close relationship with the Lord.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to make it in life, you know, it's fine and well when you start out, maybe you don't know the Lord that much, but when you start living on your own,
Right.
you start living on your own, you're going to need somebody to have your back. That's why a lot of times I tell people that your mom and daddy truly are the best friends you'll ever have in this world.
Yes, sir.
Because you know that even after you grow up and leave the house, you can always pick up the phone and call them. And if they got it, you know they're going to help you. God Almighty. But if you live long enough and get on up in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, if you're not very fortunate. Your mom and daddy are going to be dead and gone. And you're not going to have nobody to be able to pick up the phone and call home to. And you're going to have to be like David and have a close relationship with the Lord. That's why he said the Lord is my shepherd. And I shall not want. Notice he said he make me to lie down in green pastures. And he lead me beside still waters. Sometimes God, he won't make you lay down anywhere, but he want what's best for you. Yes, sir. He won't let you lay down in grass that seem like been beat by the winter time. Right. God Almighty, but he wants you to lay down in green pastures. Yes, not only that, but I don't know if you know it or not, but sheep, they won't drink from rushing water. Yes, sir. God Almighty, but he'll lead you. Notice the Bible saying beside still water. Yes, sir. So you can drink in peace and quiet. Yes, sir. You know, if you're a child of God, in the house of God, you ought to always do your best to try to keep it peaceful. Yes, sir. Because sheep don't like to drink with a whole lot of commotion going on. Yes, sir. You ought to keep the house of God peaceful. No matter what you got going on in your own family. No matter what you got going on in your own life. Keep it out of the house of God. Keep it peaceful, because the Bible said that the sheep, he drink from still water. God Almighty, then I want to tell you, sometimes the reason why you don't have as much as you ought to in life is because just what the text said, you won't be still. Yes, sir. You so busy ripping and running. God Almighty, that when you get to where you going, you ain't got nothing to give. Because you done spent it all on the way a while you were out in the midnight hour. You know, sometimes it's hard to preach to people when they done been up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning the night before. God Almighty, but if you learn how to go home and be still, God Almighty, you will be able to get in the spirit of the Lord. God Almighty, I heard Elijah say, I found God not in a hurricane. I found God not in the whirlwind, but I found God in a still small voice. Sometimes God, when he wants to get your attention, he wants you to learn how to go home and be still. God Almighty, you know, sometimes we wouldn't get food, and sometimes y'all know we do get food because we don't know who our enemy is, and sometimes they can be right in your face. God Almighty, but you will learn who your enemies are if you allow God to come and minister to you when you're by yourself. God Almighty, you know, sometimes I don't find out things that are going in my own church because I don't let members come call me and talk about one another on the phone. God Almighty, but you know how I learned who the ones love me and the ones don't like me. When I'm home, I'm by myself, I'm talking to God. God Almighty, he'll say, when you go to the house of God tomorrow, make sure you love so-and-so because she don't like you too well. God Almighty, y'all don't hear me. If you learn how to go home, be still, and talk to God, he'll prepare a table in the presence of your enemies. Good evening, Seals Creek. But I got to close this sermon. I started this sermon out by saying, this is how you make it in life. Notice what he said in the 4th verse. He said, yea, though I walk. That's point 1. If you're going to make it in life, some things are going to run up against you to catch you off guard. Some things are going to hit you so hard, it's going to knock the wind out of you. But I dare you to just keep on walking. Sometimes we don't make it in life because when things get hard, when things knock the wind out of us, instead of walking sit down, but I dare you to get up and walk. Even though it might be hard, just keep walking. Even though you might be leaving some folk behind, I dare you to get up and just walk. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. You'll be surprised. You'll look up 6 months, a year from now, and see how far you up the road. I dare you to walk. And then, not only that, when I read that text, I said, God, you know why I can make it in life, because I got your presence. You know God's presence is with you. That is enough. Can't nobody pull you down if you are in the presence of the Lord. Not only do I have His presence, but I got God's power. Oh yes I do. If God is with me, I got His power. I can go on when I feel like giving up, because I'm not operating in my own strength, but I got the power of God. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me that I am His own. Not only do I have His power, I have His presence, but I have His protection. He got a rod and staff. Y'all don't get me. He got a rod and staff. I got His protection. He won't suffer my foot to be moved. Somebody here, you standing on a greasy spot, but the God I serve, He's able to not suffer your foot to be moved. I preached a sermon, slip but don't slide. Somebody here, you need God's protection, because I know people, they can grin in your face, but then stab you in your back. But I got the protection of the Lord. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me that I am His own. And the joy that we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I got His presence. I got His power. I got His protection. And lastly, as I leave, I got the Lord's. I got His promise. No matter how hard life may be, God, He made me a promise. He said, if I go, He would go with me. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I got His promise that He would be with me, that He would put bread on my table, that He would be with me, that He would put bread on my table, keep a roof over my head. I'm glad I serve a God who made me a promise. I heard David when he said, I've been young and now I'm old. I ain't never seen God forsake His children. The God I serve, He'll be right there in the midnight hour. I heard my choir sing this morning. He may not come when you want Him, but He's always right on time. Good evening, Seal Creek, but you gonna make it. keep his power, keep his protection, and keep his promise, he'll take you higher. He'll take you higher. I never would have been where I am today if it had not been for the Lord on the side. Poor boy barefoot, grew up in the country. Got the potbelly stove in the living room. And God has blessed me. Gave me more than I ever thought I would have. Y'all heard my testimony. But the message today, somebody need to hear yours.
Yes, sir.
I guarantee you, Larry, talk to Marcus, talk to Mr. Clyde Cornelius Sr., talk to some of these sisters got some age on them, they can tell you.
Oh, yeah.
When they look back over their life and see where they come from, God has brought them from a mighty long way. Talk to Alberta Cornelius. She gonna tell you how she was raised. She gonna tell you how she paid money in the church. She gonna tell you that if you put God first, he'll take you farther than you ever been. I close my sermon by saying, somebody here, it's time for you to stop playing church. Might be able to come in here, sing or do your number. Maybe you don't do anything. But you can come, stay your hour and a half or 2 hours, walk out the same way you came. But I say, like I said last Sunday, it's getting late in the evening. And ain't nobody got to tell me. I know that the sun is going down. My steps are getting short. My eyes are getting dim. My mind is getting feeble. I used to be able, and I preached today, I didn't have no notes. I used to be able to quote that Bible from cover to cover. But I was looking at my word last night and I couldn't hardly see it because my eyes are getting dim. And I know I got more behind me than I have in front of me. And I want to make heaven my home. And I'm trying to get right with God while the blood is yet running warm in my veins. Can't nobody stand for you, but you're going to have to stand for yourself. Let us stand today.